Welcome to the Neha and Aditi show. Today we'll be making some basil pesto pasta. We have a special guest with us today. This is Joshua Arciaga, and he's a famous environmentalist.
Hello. Hi, I'm Josh. I'm your local environmentalist.
You will need basil, pine nuts, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, salt, pepper, and pecorino cheese. First, thoroughly wash the basil using a colander and put a pot underneath so you save the water used while washing the basil.
All the ingredients are locally grown or organic. We grew the basil plants using hydroponics, which is the practice of growing plants in water without soil. Hydroponic plants grow 30 to 50% faster than a soil plant grown under the same conditions. The yield of the plant is also greater.
Next, finely grate some of the fresh pecorino cheese until you have around half a cup.
I want to be in it.
Combine the basil, garlic, and pine nuts in a food processor and pulse until coarsely chopped. Add 1/2 cup of the oil and process until fully incorporated and smooth. Season with salt and pepper. Since we are using it immediately, add all the remaining oil and pulse until smooth. Once the ingredients of the pesto are thoroughly pulsed, add in the pecorino cheese and mix everything well. Once you're done mixing, you should be left with pesto that isn't too runny and isn't too thick. At this point, you can add more salt and pepper to taste.
As an environmentalist, approve this product.
To make the pasta, add plenty of water into a big pot, add a couple tablespoons of salt, and let the water come to a boil. Once the water is boiling, add in the noodles and let them cook for around 9 to 10 minutes. Make sure to try the noodles every once in a while to make sure that they're perfectly cooked.
The gray water from the pasta cooking to water your plants or any other duties.
Once the noodles are cooked, strain them well and put the dry noodles back into the big pot. Now add the pesto and mix well. Take your time and make sure each noodle is coated well with the pesto. Now it's time to serve. At this point, you can grate some more cheese on the top.
And there you have our basil pesto pasta, our environmentally friendly dish.
Photosynthesis is the main system taking place for basil plants to grow. No additional resources other than naturally produced plant nutrients and water are used to help the basil grow. What we are making is very healthy for consumption. As we are using all natural ingredients with no byproducts or chemicals, we are able to lessen the amount of unhealthy substances that may cause health issues in the long run. By not using these detrimental byproducts, we can reduce the risk of certain diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, cancers, etc. People can't afford healthy food as it is more expensive than the typical processed unhealthy fast food. This in turn causes people to not have a sufficient amount of vitamins or minerals in their body. This may occur in the poorer parts of the country where a family can only afford to spend money on a cheap takeout dinner rather than a nutritious and wholesome meal cooked from scratch that is twice as much money. As we grow our basil hydroponically, we aren't using up any valuable land and nutrients to cultivate the basil. As our fresh produce has recyclable packaging, we are reducing the amount of waste that would have ended up in a landfill if we were using packaging for vegetables. Also, as the pesto is vegetarian, there are no meats involved, which would add more land and water usage as it takes many variables to grow animals. Industrialized agriculture leads to water pollution, pesticide toxicity, and antibiotic resistance in plants. Buying food from small, organic farms alleviates this danger as you can buy foods treated with organic fertilizers and pesticides. This also helps stimulate the economy because supporting small farms are dwindling in size as they are being outed by large farming industries. People will learn to eat more sustainably as they are all natural ingredients. It will influence people to learn why it's important to eat food grown locally and to know exactly what they're putting into your bodies. It will also help people realize the benefits of preparing food at home instead of getting takeout, which results in more waste.
Thanks for watching. Bye.